how to get noticed by quality men this year. Hello ladies, thanks for tuning in. Before we start, please like and subscribe. I want to talk about how to get noticed by men, and this is important because this is a topic that I see a lot actually coming up on Instagram on what to do to get a man to notice you. And there are some advice that I like and others that I don't like and I don't agree with because they aren't feminine in my opinion and from my experience as well. So, what is femininity? Being feminine means that you are detached out of the outcome and you surrender, basically. And when you have to do crazy things, and like especially when you notice the guy first and you think, okay, now I need to make sure he notices me, you are in your masculine energy already. There is a little secret that I want to share, and many women aren't aware of it. You need to know that he noticed you already, okay? So when men are in a room, and everyone actually, we all screen the room and you notice them because you screen the room. And you are ignoring the other men in the room because they aren't your real type, you see? And this is the same thing that's happening for him. He didn't notice you because you were not attractive enough for him, and this is something that you need to accept. You aren't everyone's type, and not everyone is your type either. So you need to be okay with that, and it doesn't matter too much because you only need one great guy anyway to commit to you. So this is fine. I see some advice on Instagram where some coaches tell women that, yeah, sit next to him, he will notice you. Smile first, he will notice you. Ask him to help you to pick something for your father, he will notice you, and you will start the conversation and all of that. Of course, it can work in some cases. You can think, oh yeah, she initiated first, I don't have anyone, at least now I have someone to talk to. Oh, she's a sweet girl, then yeah, we can maybe stay in touch, but it doesn't mean that you are his real type, and maybe he can commit to you again. A man can commit to you and even marry you without you being his real type because he's settling. This is something that you need to understand. And when I talk about deep commitment on my channel, it's about a man who is madly in love. It's not just about marriage, because many people get married just because, this is what's expected in their culture and in society. But it doesn't mean that they are in love. Most men aren't married to their dream girl. Okay, and most marriages are extremely unhappy because people lack relationship skills. Men don't understand what women want, and women don't understand what men want. Well, not even understand, but they don't even know what the other person wants. This is why watching videos like that and educating yourself is extremely important to understand the other sex, the opposite sex. I was watching something actually, it was about entrepreneurship, and one guy was talking about the mental blocks that he had around money, and he said that at some point he decided to, or maybe you know him, his name is Oussama Ama. He's originally from Liban, but he's a French entrepreneur, and I was watching a video of him where he talked about his success when he was very young, but he had money blocks as well, and he was afraid of losing all of his money. And one day he decided that to get rid of his blocks, he will live like a homeless. So for 2 weeks he was living on the streets, and yeah, so he talks about that. And then I got interested about the life of homeless people, and I found a video on Instagram. Actually, a friend of mine sent it to me, and one guy read a book written by a homeless guy, and that homeless was explaining that it was harder for him actually to be homeless in winter. Sorry, it was harder for him to be homeless in summer than in winter. And it sounds crazy, right? Because we assume that in summer it's easy because it's warm and all of that, but it's not about the weather. It's about the fact that rich people are actually in town in winter, so they give more money, whereas in summer they are on holiday and it's harder for them to get donations. And this is important for you, so it means that the best moment actually to meet men and to meet rich men, it's right now in winter. So make sure you go out. I know that many women tend to stay on online dating, like they don't do much after work. It means that the best time for you to meet someone is in winter, and this is important because I know that many women don't go out. Actually, they spend their time on dating apps and they think that they're gonna find better than what they have in real life on the dating app, but that's not true. I'm sorry to break it to you, but if you really want to be better, you need to be, first of all, strategic, and you need to level up. And this is what we work on when I coach you. Because a high quality man is looking for a high quality woman, and a high quality woman has a rich life. So you need to go out and you need to experience life, because this is part of femininity as well. And rich men like going out, and they like, rich men like going out and they like being in beautiful places. So make sure that you go to those places and they will notice you. And your only job is to look good. And when you look good, they will approach you. And also, many women are afraid of the competition, and they think, yeah, there are so many women, in in the dating scene that are attractive and all of that, but those women aren't your competition when you level up, and you are strategic when you date. So make sure you do that. Most women don't do much after work. Most women after work, some might go to the gym here and there, maybe once a month or twice a month, but you won't say that they tend to go out. Like usually they go home after work, or when they meet a friend, they meet them for coffee at home. They have a very boring life. This is when you start to be, more outgoing. Outgoing doesn't mean that you have to talk to everyone. It can just be you alone having a coffee, you see. And when you are alone, actually it's easier for you to get approached. So you see, start doing that.